Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Praetorian and welcome back to At the Gates. You're probably confused with the title and thumbnail of this video. So yeah, we have to end the campaign because I just experienced a game-breaking bug. And I cannot get past it. In fact, this is the last save. I've already been playing. I think we ended the last episode was ended on January, I believe. January 402. So I started recording the third episode. We only got a few turns in, maybe 4 or 5 turns from where we ended. So yeah, we didn't do much. But I don't even see any reason to include that in this video because why have you guys? It would be. I don't want to waste your guys' time. Why have you guys watching us playing? You know, I'm thinking that everything's great and that we're going to be able to continue playing the campaign when that's not going to be the case. So I don't want to waste your guys' time. But essentially, what happened is Attila declared war, which, by the way, never got a notification of this. Was never made aware that they declared war. Just all of a sudden, they had moved their troops over here, the cavalry troops, their horse archers. They moved them over here, and so I went ahead and looked at our diplomacy with the Huns, and noticed that you couldn't declare war on them. And when you hover over Make Alliance, it says that we're at war. That's the only way I found out. We're not even listed as an enemy. Attila currently has no enemies, so we're not listed as an enemy. They never declared war on me and never got a notification of it. Was never made aware that I was at war with Attila, and saw that he was here, so I checked her. I was like wondering if he's doing anything crazy since it's for horse archers. Saw that he was at war, and I said, all right, so I guess we're fighting him now. So I prepared the best I could to defend. We moved these 3 troops here. We put them on the hill because it gives a 25% bonus, and then I dug them in, which gave another 25% bonus. And then we brought these guys, the hunters, because they can fight. They have a little bit of fighting power. They have 2.1 power, so not a lot. I think the archers are 3. And then I moved them over here as well and had them fortified too. So basically we had 3 archers and the hunter fortified on the hill, getting a total of a 50% bonus. 1 for being dug in, and 125% bonus for being dug in, and 125% bonus for being on the hill. And then Attila attacks, and it crashes every time. It crashes, and now it's to the point where it crashes because I did this multiple times trying to figure out how to fix it. I even tried to not have them attack right there. I moved the troops elsewhere, had them try to protect the settlement, which actually was stupid because it's negative 25% defense on your settlement. But yeah, I just tried doing all different sorts of things to get it to work, and basically as soon as Attila's horse archers attack us, the game crashes. I know that it's something with the game, not something on my end. I know it's a CTD, a crash to desktop, because when the game crashes, this white box pops up with like information about the game and I guess information about the bug, the problems with it. I guess, I don't know, I didn't really read over it. It's kind of confused. There's a lot of stuff to it. I'm surprised it even popped up like that. I don't know, maybe that's for reporting. Maybe they put it there so it's for reporting. I don't know if it's an early access issue because I got the pre-release version. I don't really know, guys. The point is that it crashes like every time. I can go ahead and show you guys the crash if you want to see it. So we move these guys here, we dig them in, we move this person here, and yeah, then I just skip my turn here with the farmer because we're waiting to get something done over there. Move this guy and visit the caravan. I'm not going to do anything because obviously it's going to crash. And I also went ahead and trained one of these guys, trained that dude up to get him into a soldier and hope that we'd get a little bit of assistance here. And we're just going to go ahead and do the treasury for right now. And then pick a profession. I picked the watchman because that's what I was attempting to get. And then we end our turn, and then it's going to crash as soon as Attila attacks us here. And there we go. It is crashed. Black screen. That's all you guys are going to be able to see. What I'm seeing right now is a white screen. But yeah, it just says, the title says, "He's dead, Jim. At the Gates has crashed. Please help us fix this by providing all the following: a text copy or screenshot of this message, the crash.atglog file in your install folder, and a description of the last thing you did." And then there's an error ID, which was not given, or was not, the given key was not present in the dictionary, and a bunch of other code information here. But yeah, I've tried this many times, and then of course with the loading the saves, this is, as I said, this is the first one I can load. If I load any of these, then it crashes. So yeah, I can load this one, and that's it, guys. So I've tried many things.
to try and fix the issue, to, you know, just testing it, seeing if there's anything I could do so we can continue the campaign. I mean, I don't know if we could have beat Attila. His horse archers are pretty powerful, but with those bonuses, we were doing okay. We did, I don't remember the exact numbers, but I feel like we were all right. We probably would have got defeated, maybe done some damage to him. I don't know if it would have been enough though to get our guys out in time, because I was training this guy here, and I tried doing something else too that I didn't do for this one because I just kind of wanted to show this save that was on there, the last attempt that I did, and I just tried a few things to try and win, and thought maybe like if we just did things differently it would work. For instance, the Alman here, you can train him up fairly quick. I do an archer in 2 turns, so I did that right from the beginning, and then we had another archer here, and that kind of made it a little bit better numbers. It still is pretty bad. We were still outnumbered, but with that archer and then me training 2 more units, we might have been able to defeat, or not, maybe not invaded their ship, but, you know, defeated their offensive. There's a possibility we could have beat them back, which would have been fun. It would have been pretty cool. I feel like trying to defend against this horde, because those horse archers are incredibly powerful, and he has 4 of them right there. I know it looks just like 3, but he has 4 here. And yeah, if you stay on the defense and you get both of those bonuses, that 50% bonus, and then you really build out, you know, you build out the troops, I think we could have beat them eventually, maybe. If we had to, once again, we had to stay on the defense, we would have been so weak we wouldn't have been able to evade him or anything like that. But you know what? I feel like we could have defeated his offensive here. And that would have been awesome. It would have been great if I could show that on camera, but couldn't show shit on camera because the damn thing doesn't work. Yeah, it just will not work, guys. Which is unfortunate. Yeah, I didn't want to end this series at episode 3, but what are we gonna do, guys? I don't know what the problem is. Obviously, I should probably report this, you know, using that. I'll have it crash again, and I'll take a screenshot and give it to the developers. Maybe they can figure out what the issue is. It just sucks because I'm really enjoying the game. I was enjoying the series as well. Wanted to continue it. And, you know, I've been recommending the game for, you know, since I started it. I've been recommending it, saying, hey, I've been having a blast with it. I'm liking it. This is the first issue I've had. And it's really hard for me to now recommend the game to you guys when I've got a game-breaking crash that I can't even continue on. Every game has bugs. Strategy games have more of them than most games. I'm used to it. As somebody who plays a lot of strategy games, I'm very used to crashes. But you don't typically find a game-breaking crash where you can't like load up a previous save and then it worked fine. And then I think the real question is it feels like something's just broken, period, because you would expect the game would give you an alert when Attila declared war, but I didn't get an alert. So it just feels like something's broken. I don't know what. Maybe the game doesn't have alerts. And maybe that has nothing to do with it. Maybe just Attila just declared war and you don't get alert. But yeah, if you have a crash every time that you have a battle here, a larger battle, thus far I've only had smaller battles, like maybe 2 archers against one little dude, maybe 3. I think I had maybe 2 archers and a spearman my last playthrough, and I was fighting some bandits. Like I said, I've only fought bandits so far playing this game. I've never fought another tribe yet, so I really can't say that this isn't a constant problem. However, I have read a review today. The reviews came out today. They might have came out yesterday, but I read it today. I read the PC Gamer review, which was not positive. It was pretty bad. I think they gave it like a 5 point something, 5.7, 5.8 or something like that. They give it a pretty bad review. The first thing to note though is they didn't mention anything about bugs or crashes. I didn't see anything in there about any bugs or crashes. So maybe this is just a limited issue. Like you would imagine that if they played the whole game multiple times and they invaded Rome, he had said in his review, he had pictures of him invading Rome. So he clearly did a lot of battle and never mentioned this bug, this game-breaking bug. So I think this is like a one-time issue. So I wouldn't say that this should deter you. Every game has bugs. But I don't really usually experience completely campaign-breaking bugs. So that's something unique, but maybe it's a limited issue. The other issues, in case you don't want to go over there and read that PC Gamer review, But I suggest you would, or maybe whoever you choose to. I saw Game Informer had their review out as well. I think they did. I'm pretty sure they had their review out too. Game Informer did. I didn't read that one though. Whoever you choose to, go read a review. See somebody who's played the game more thoroughly. Obviously, I can't really tell you, whether this is a good game. I don't have enough experience, honestly. But if you are thinking about buying the game, you haven't bought it yet, I think you really should consider reading a review and seeing what kind of issues they had and if those are ones you want to deal with. Just to go over the PC Gamer review for those of you who don't want to check it out, and because I don't really have anything else to do because I can't play the fucking game right now. And just to let you guys know what they said, why they gave it such a low score. They seem to have two primary issues. One, they said the AI was very, very passive. Felt like you were playing by yourself, basically. The AI wasn't really doing anything. Obviously, that doesn't seem to be a problem for us, because the AI did do something. They declared war and they attacked us. But he had also noted that the alliances didn't do anything. I guess we can look at that now. We know that Attila's at war with us. We can see that. And if you look at when you can make alliances, which you guys didn't see this, but this was what we had done in the first part of this episode that was supposed to be put up. We had met the Vandals here. And we could have made an alliance with them. We're already friends with them, but I didn't. But if you hover over the make an alliance, it says form an alliance with the leader who will make him permanently friendly with you. He will never declare war on you and will automatically join all of your wars. So if we've been declared war on, then these guys here should have done something. So this was a point that was brought up. Let's see if he is at war with anybody. He does have an enemy of Attila. That doesn't necessarily mean that he's at war with them, though, because I feel... You know what, guys? I feel like Attila's broken. I really feel like that's the issue, because when we look at Attila, he has no enemies. Yeah, that just doesn't make any sense. And there's no way to see who he's at war with. So I was trying to use this to prove a point on whether or not that review is right, that the alliances don't do anything. Whether or not our ally here would be called in or not, we just don't know. I can't even check it because of the way diplomacy is done in the game. There's not really any way to see their relationship with them besides the fact that they're an enemy. So you'd assume that would mean that they're at war, but I don't really know, guys. I'd have to load it up prior to Attila supposedly declaring war on us. But that was one of their main issues. They felt like that the AI was very passive when they invaded Rome. Rome is one of the two Roman factions are one of the few that do have more than one settlement. They have more cities. And that he was able to just go to each city and attack it and conquer it, which each city had a set amount of defenders. And he was able to just attack those defenders, and all the other defenders just sat on their city waiting for him to attack them, rather than, mobilizing the entire Roman army to beat him, which they could have, because apparently Rome starts with a very large army. So if he had taken all of his armies on all of his cities and then, attacked them, then he would have not been at a point where he could fight Rome. But because the Romans did not do that, and they only defended their cities, with their small amount of forces, he was able to just go from city to city and easily conquer them. Or relatively easy, anyway. I'm sure he was in the mid-game or whatever when he did it. So that was one of the points he brought up. Obviously, that's not the one we're experiencing. The other point that he brought up, and this is one I can probably agree with, but I don't know if I see it as much of a problem, is the fact that it's really, really easy to get money in the game. It's incredibly easy. I think I said this when we first started, that it's a very good idea to specialize your troops, or to specialize your settlement, to focus rather than trying to get everything. You don't have to get everything. You don't have to go, if you don't have iron, you don't have to desperately go find iron. This is not, Civilization, where, the AI doesn't want to trade you iron for good reasons. You wouldn't trade it to them either, because they don't want you to build military units with them. So you're like in this, it's really hard to trade for it. You got to give way more than it's worth to get it. So you're desperate to find a source of iron so that you can, build iron wielding units. It's not like that, because we have this caravan here. Anything you need, you can buy. Obviously, there are limits to that. But yeah, you can definitely specialize. In my first playthrough, I specialized on the metal and on grapes. I had grapes. So I just sold alcohol, lots and lots of fucking alcohol. And alcohol is worth a lot of money. So I just used the grapes to make alcohol and sold that. And then I also had 2 iron deposits, I think. 1 or 2. So I just kind of focused on building like tools and weapons, and I was selling those, and those are worth a lot as well. And so when the caravan came around, I had enough stuff to sell to pretty much buy anything that I wanted, and we're talking about early game. I was swimming in money. Like when the caravan would come, I know you guys haven't really seen this because we're really early in the game. But when the caravan would come and I'd sell my stuff, I would have like 400, 500 treasure, which the caravan's here now. You can see what that would buy you. You can buy most of what you need. Food was no longer a problem. I was able to buy food whenever they had it, buy animals to eat. So yeah, I didn't really have any issues. And I suppose that could be a problem. That can add, make it so it's not as challenging. But I don't really see it as an issue because I think, first of all, settlement should be able to specialize. I think you don't see that in other games very often, where you can basically specialize your entire civilization to do one thing. If you do that in most other games, you're screwing yourself because you're expecting the AI to play nice and to give you fair deals, which they won't. So by specializing, you're giving the AI advantages. Which, is fine because the AI sucks, so I guess it's okay to give them advantages, but a lot of times you can't exist. Just for example, the Civilization example, since this is kind of a similar game, without getting iron yourself, you're going to have a lot of difficulty getting it. You're going to have to trade a lot to get those, so you're going to get ripped off. So yeah, specializing doesn't seem to be something that you want to do. You look at the Paradox games. They're it depends on the game you're playing, obviously. Stellaris, now that they have the market, you can now specialize a bit more because it's the market that you can interact with anytime you want. So it's beneficial to specialize your empire if need be. And now, frankly, the game's kind of easy, so you can kind of get everything you need in Stellaris. You don't need to specialize, and that's what I mean. That it's not specializing isn't really realistic. You don't have to do it. There's no reason to not get everything in Stellaris. But that's just an example of because it has a marketplace like this does, but except for that marketplace, you can access whenever you want rather than having to wait for it. So yeah, I don't see it's a problem because it works fine in Stellaris. It actually makes Stellaris a better game. But the point here is that I'm okay with the build of it. But once again, I have not played that long into it. I can imagine if you're stacked up on everything, where's the fun? If you can get everything you need and you barely have to do anything for it, where's the fun? Yeah, I can see it being an issue perhaps, but maybe not as big of an issue for me as it is for the PC Gamer review. But that was it. I don't know why the score was so low, honestly. I think they were just saying they didn't have a lot of fun with it, which is why I got a low score. They just didn't like it. They said, it felt unfinished and needed to be completed, which, I guess we can agree with that here. It is unfinished. We have a major bug here, a game-breaking bug, very early in the game. And on launch day, basically, well, I think it launched yesterday. Yeah. No, it launched today. Yeah, this is Wednesday. I'm recording this Wednesday night. I don't know why I keep thinking it launched on Tuesday. It launched on Wednesday. So yeah, this is launch day and game breaking bug. Not the first strategy game to have that issue. But I can't recommend it because of it. Because of this, how could I? Obviously. If you liked what you saw here, what I would suggest you do, because I'm still going to continue playing the game because I liked it. Even though I'm not going to recommend it because of this bug, I'm enjoying it. I wish we could have continued the series. So if you liked what you saw here, what I would suggest you do is go read a couple reviews first of all, or watch a couple reviews if you prefer to watch. See what they say. Also, what I would really suggest doing, because reviews obviously that's one person's opinion, doesn't mean it's going to match with yours, is go check out somebody else's Let's Play. I really should have looked this up. Before I start, well, I didn't know that I was going to have this bug. Before I started recording this part of the video here, I really should have looked it up. Who's all playing it? Maybe suggest a channel I personally like, and then you could have checked them out. Give them a little bit of promo or something. But I don't know who's playing it, so I just suggest looking up a Let's Play. I think that'd be the best way, guys. It'd be even better than a review. You can gauge it based on them. So yeah, I would say, because I'm not going to do another campaign, guys. I'm kind of feel a little bit burned on this one. I don't want to get too much into this, but the way that videos work on YouTube is it's all about that episode 1. Your episode 1 gets all the views, and then viewers go from episode 1 to 2 and 3 and so on, right? So that's the important episode. That's the ones that can get all the views, which is why YouTubers typically make those videos longer, because watch time is very important for the search engine. So they make it longer. They usually make part 1 longer so that they'll get up on the top of the search. And there's also the people want to play longer for part 1. They want to show more of the game off. So of course there's that benefit. But the main reason why people do longer episode 1s, if they do, is for the watch time. And basically I would have to start over again with a new episode 1. And if my videos did show up in the search engine, which I don't know if they will, because once again, I don't know who's all playing this, so I don't know how the competition's looking, how many people are you know, playing it, how many YouTubers are playing it. If my video did show up in the search engine, it would be the episode 1 of this series, and I can almost guarantee that a second series would not show up in the search engine. So essentially, all of my views would be on this episode 1, which would then go to 2, and then would come to this one, which ends the series. And very few of the people who do that are then going to say, oh, let me join Praetorian on a new series now, when he wasn't able to complete this one. So yeah, I don't see any reason why I would continue. Plus, I don't know that I won't encounter this issue again. I would assume I wouldn't. It seems like a one-time thing. You know, just one of those random bugs. But yeah, I wouldn't want to risk it. It's a lot of work putting these videos up. So yeah, that's where we're at, guys. It's a bummer. I'm enjoying the game. Like I said, just look it up on YouTube. I really suggest, if you're thinking about buying the game, you really should see if anybody else is having issues. See how other YouTubers who experience the game a little bit longer, you know, don't just play. You know, I think I played, I don't know how many years, so I don't want to say. I guess I could look. All right, so here's my playthrough. I made it to turn 150. I guess we'll look at what turn, I don't know what turn we're on right now. I made it to turn 150. That's year 406, June, you know, late June of 406. Just taking a look at where we're at right now. I guess we are on turn 49. So I made about, you know, about 100 so turns more than we are right now. It's about 3 times the length that we got here. I guess that'd be the equivalent of like six videos or so. Maybe 7. So yeah, I have a little bit of experience with the game, but not enough to really tell you guys if this is worth you purchasing, worth your money, honestly. So yeah, go check out one of those other YouTubers watching the mid game, watching the late game. See if some of these reviews are have some good points. But yeah, don't waste your money on it without looking something up, guys, because of the issues here. Unless you got money to throw around and you don't care if you get a game that's not good or that's broken, which in that case, we've got a Patreon that you could just fucking with you. But yeah, that's it for this one, guys. Sorry about it. I think it would have been really fun to try and defend against these guys. I don't know if I would have won or not. Maybe. I feel like I had a good strategy for trying to beat them, and they're really powerful horse archers. I think it would have been interesting to see. I really can't say until I knew like how our defense here would have happened, like how well it would have worked, since they did have a higher number than us. So it really matters on how bad they were damaged. But they wouldn't have killed me in the first turn. So they would have attacked. They would have had to attack twice to defeat the unit. They would have probably been extremely badly injured, is my assumption. And then we would have, at that point, have already had another soldier done training over here. So we would have had one more soldier. And I think it might have had a second soldier. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if we would have had a second soldier by that point. But yeah, we would have had at least the one soldier. And I don't know if that would have been enough to beat them. It depends on how weak they would have been here. And if we could have trained a second one while defending with that spearman, which they might have even retreated if they got extremely damaged. I would not be surprised if they retreated back into their own territory. So that might not even have been a factor. But let's just say they did continue to attack. Maybe that spearman that I was training might have been able to defeat them. It's not impossible. And then if we'd gotten a second soldier, just trained up one of these guys here and trained them into a soldier, and then we could have also, I don't know if these guys have, yeah, they don't have any combat power. Never mind. We'll get this guy back, but yeah, this will take a while to get him back over here. So that would have been irrelevant. He has a little bit of combat power, though. He has 2.1 power. Maybe we could have got him over here as well. I don't know. Seems pretty far, though. But yeah, maybe the spearmen would have been able to defeat what was left of the horse archers. Maybe we would have got a second guy, and then that would have been, I think, would have been enough to defeat the horse archers. I don't know. It's a possibility. I think it would have been fun to find out, and now we don't get that. We've been robbed of that by the bug. So it's unfortunate. It is what it is. Nothing to be done about it. This is the end of the campaign. I don't want to start another series, guys. I don't want to start another campaign. Maybe in the future. Maybe after, I don't know, the bugs are fixed. Maybe after, maybe an expansion will release for it. I don't know, a DLC of some sort, and we can hop back into it then. I really don't know. Maybe I'll play. I plan on playing more off camera because, like I said, I was liking it. So maybe, if I play more off camera, maybe I'll get into a different map and I'll be like, I don't know. We could start as somebody other than the Goths. Maybe in the future, guys. I don't want to completely say I'll never play the game again. but I'm definitely a little bit kind of turned off of the idea of starting another campaign, so we're not going to. So sorry about that for all you guys who did join me, who were kind of starting to get invested in the series. But this was supposed to be a full series, so yeah, like I said, I really liked it. So whatever, yeah, it sucks. So let's go ahead and end it here. I would say if you liked the video, leave a like, but I mean, yeah, this isn't exactly, it's not good news. So it is what it is. You know, if you're liking what I did here, if you like my content, if you like the video, like the series, what you saw, the 2 videos, and you're new to the channel, go check out some of my other content. That, like I said, I play a lot of strategy games. You know, I play a lot of Hearts of Iron 4. We play those until completion, typically. You know, they're often very long series if that's what you're looking for. You know, so go check one of those out. Also, like I said, go check out another YouTuber, see their playthrough of it, see their experience. I really think you should, if you're thinking at all considering buying the game, or you're just interested in seeing more. Go check out another Let's Play. If you wanted to see one of my Let's Plays, go to the front of the channel. There's a strategy section that has all kinds of strategy games. Some of those are just me. Other ones are with myself and my co-host and wife, HiJynx, which those ones are a little bit lighter type of tone, a lot more joking, kind of playing around. But they can be pretty funny. We have a good time together. I think that's the point. We love doing videos together. So if you want to watch one of those are called P+J series. And that has both of us. And as I said, it's a little bit different tone than how I do it by myself. But I do a lot of strategy games by myself as well. And then of course we have like a ton of Hearts of Iron 4 campaigns. I've done like, oh God, I don't know, 18, 19 Hearts of Iron 4 campaigns. So if you like Hearts of Iron 4, you like World War II strategy games, go check that out. If you like other Paradox games, I got an EU4 campaign I did not that long ago. Just finished up a Stellaris series, just a few days actually. We finished up a Stellaris series. Go check, that's like 26 videos or something, like 28 videos in that series. Go check that out. So yeah, if you enjoyed this limited campaign here, subscribe to our channel. Hit that notification bell so you know when I put out new videos. So that's going to be it for this one. Hope to see you guys on another series, another one of my videos. Sorry that this one did end this way, but thanks for watching.